was having a hard time. And his smart professor friend, Sheldon, the 10-year-old, recommended listening, that sometimes people just need to listen. And so he's like listening to her and just sitting there listening. And then old Sheldon is narrating, the one from The Big Bang Theory. And he said, hold on, I wrote it down, it was so funny to me. He said, it turned out I was really good at listening. The trick is to sit there, and when you want to leave, don't. It's so funny. He's just like looking so attentively. Like, okay. I guess you didn't find it funny, but it was hilarious. It's a funny show. Maybe it's helping stretch out my muscle. Alright, is your mom back?
No, she flew back home.
So after your birthday, did she come back, or did she just go straight home?
Yes, she Irish goodbye me and went straight home.
Oh, that sucks.
No, it's fine. I just went downstairs and I cleaned up her apartment. She left a bunch of food out that was now beginning to rot and smelled terrible.
That's weird. Usually moms are the ones that clean after us, not the other way around.
Well, she was probably in a rush, but I forgot, that the food was out, so. No big deal. I cleaned the dishes.
How long have you been away from your family?
I haven't been away from anybody. What do you mean away from?
Like living without your family?
When did I move into my own place? Probably like 2007, maybe.
Okay. And you don't see them regularly?
Yeah, pretty regularly. Holidays, etc.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I couldn't even imagine living with your mother screaming in the background. Afuanora! 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 You're not freeing Gaza from the people for your recliners all day watching the stupid TV show nor go to the fucking gym. You're never going to be beautiful and young again. You can't get young watching Young Sheldon.
No, listen.
Your mom sounds very annoying.
Listen. My mom does scream at me. That is true. And if it wasn't for this injury, I would push back on the young thing. I do feel old because of it. The beautiful thing, I didn't think that since I was a teenager. But the young thing, I think this is aging me. But other than that, that's the only reason you can say that now. Not because I'm 40, but because of my injury.
Nora, go to the gym and stop watching Young Sheldon. Allahu Akbar, you've got to study the Quran. You've got to free Palestine. You can't free Palestine watching Jewish television about Young Sheldon.
I know it is. It's so Jewish, but the director.
Young Sheldon is Jewish, boy.
Listen, I walked to church today to go to this thing at like 6:30, and it was about 30 degrees, and it was a 30-minute walk to get there, and it made my face swollen. So I don't know how I'm supposed to go to the gym if going outside makes my face swollen. Like it makes where it cut, it just makes it more swollen.
You can't keep talking like this. Your mother is going to beat not just your face but your ass for being such a stupid person. I don't care about the cold weather and your swollen face. You got to go to the fucking gym, whether you like it or not. You got to take a fucking shower too.
Honestly, for not working out,
give you some motherfucking rim shawarma.
For not working
some
out
motherfucking kanafa.
You look okay.
Give you some hummus.
Okay.
Give you some Arabic salad. Mama know how to take care of her baby Nora that she live at home again.
I wish.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
You know I was almost on my own in California, right?
Allahu Akbar.
I can't believe you think Young Sheldon is bad.
You like that show? That's just so boring.
Dude, it's so funny.
I mean, I like comedy, but that's like watching Three Stooges. It's all just so stupid.
It's so funny. It's so funny, especially when he's at church. When he's at church and because he's an atheist, and he calls himself an atheist Baptist. That's how you know that Jewish people wrote this. There's actually a guy with last name. His name is Jafar Mahmoud. He's a director, so there is some. I don't know. I don't think he's Muslim, but I think he's like South Asian or something. I mean, you're listening to a guy. You want to listen to the sayings of the Buddha, and the Buddha, according to you, abandoned his wife and child.
It's a metaphor. It's not literal.
There's no metaphor for abandonment.
It's in the well, it could be prejudiced. I don't really know. It could be the translation that it's from. Meaning that like it's somebody from Harvard that added that in there. I don't know if that's real or not. And it's just something I read in a sacred textbook, but that's the intro. That's not the actual sayings. So if you think somebody's intro discredits somebody without actually reading what the supposed sayings are, I mean, the joke's on you, Scarface.
Do you, I am Scarface now. Do you, it's so sad, I can't believe this happened to me. But do you believe in heaven and hell?
Nora, stop wasting your time on that stupid social audio chat app called Clubhouse. Your mother wants you to come into the kitchen and help her make the mensa and make the baba ganoush.
You're not doing an Arab accent, but do you believe in
Afwa Nora! Bateja! Bateja, Nora! Habib di Bateja!
There you go. Do you believe in heaven and hell?
Yeah, those are words, Nora.
I wanted to ask you a question about it. That's why I wanted to say if you believe in heaven and hell or not.
Yeah, they're states of mind.
No. Do you believe after you die that there is a place that you will go that is a heaven or a hell? Do you believe in that?
Possibly. Who knows? Hi, Jane. Welcome. What's your point, Nora? Welcome, Jane, to Roasting Barbecue Nora here. This is Nora Bandora, a scar-faced young schmuck who is asking me stupid questions and wasting all her time watching young Sheldon. And Jane, hold on a second. Jane is a campaign contributor. I want to give Jane a campaign update.
Okay.
Today we have filed 2 objections to both the Republican and the Democratic candidate for the 16th district, and 2 objections were also filed against me. And the trial is in about 8 days. And the incumbent congressman is about 550 signatures short of having the minimum. So it's possible we can knock him off the ballot. It becomes a game of chess. If they can knock me off, well, then we have to have some type of settlement. And then we'll probably both appear on the ballot. So that's how that's going. But I don't know how the outcome will go. But we have to go to trial. And I have a possible attorney who has a huge presence on X. And I'm hoping that prior to the trial, like maybe daily, he will publicize me and promote me and maybe do interviews, etc., as we prepare for the trial. So I would hope that he includes that in his legal fees if he really wants my business. Otherwise, if he's going to charge me thousands of dollars, I'm just going to do it myself. Maybe that's a bad idea, but I'm not. Unless I can find people to help me invest in the lawfare, I'm not going to dig deep into my pockets, but I'm praying. Ribono Shalom. Okay, Nora, back to young Nelson.
Okay, so my question to you is, so you were, I think it's humble to say I don't know about what happens after you die, so I respect that. But what would you want to happen if there was a heaven? Let's not talk about hell, but if there was a heaven, what would you want? What would heaven be to you?
I don't know. Probably the ability to just, have infinite chances or infinite, like infinite wishes, just like the genie bottle. Like if you had infinite wishes, that would be pretty amazing. But maybe you do.
Yeah. What do you think? Would you want to be in your physical form, or would you just want your like spirit/soul?
Probably you know, 80, 20, 20, 80. I don't know, whatever the optimal combo is. But if you have unlimited wishes, then you can just change that, play however you want to.
Yeah. Do you know what the Catholic position is on heaven?
Don't push the red button. What's your point?
No, when people talk about heaven and just, I don't know, I'm kind of surprised about the Christian paradigm of heaven.
Yeah, but Christians, have to accept the now, which is the paradise. Now is the heaven. And if all you do is spend your time trying to build up credit for some type of Christian retirement center with a Cadillac and infinite abundance, I mean, that's totally not the point of Christianity.
It's heaven in the Catholic paradigm is constant communion with God.
Yeah, okay, well then that's now. You think it's sometime in the future or something?
No, that's a very Sufi. So you know what the definition of a Sufi is?
Yeah.
What?
Their farts don't stink.
You could call a Sufi an impatient lover who wants to be connected with God in the now rather than in the later. So a Sufi is somebody who wants to experience that union with God in this here and now. So I'm not against what you say about the now. I used to actually preach about it all the time, like 10, 15 years ago. About now.
Well, you're doing it again now. Congratulations.
Yeah, but I think there's a harm in being in the now and not thinking about the future, even though the future is the now.
There is no future. There's only now.
But you can prepare for what you want in your now.
You can prepare for the future in the now, but the future is still conceptual. The now is all there will ever be.
What do you think of the idea of time?
Time is mostly thoughts. It's space.
Do you believe that it's possible that in some other place in the universe that you are being born right now?
No. No is all there is.
Got it. The Catholics believe in, that because of time being this construct and it being relative and all this other stuff, that something can be perpetual over and over and over. So they believe that Jesus' crucifixion is perpetual. Are you aware of that?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's called the now.
Well, anyways, when you become this representative, can you give me like $2 million for my reconstructive surgery?
You're gonna need $2 million to print a new face?
I don't know how much it'll be. I figured the rest I can, just put it in the bank.
Oh.
I want to get ice cream tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm gonna try. My goal is to fall asleep, wake up, go to the gym. Well, I have to pay my gym membership because my credit card. I need to change my credit card. Go to the gym and then go get ice cream from the grocery store.
You sound like my mom.
I actually used to have videos where I would have a selfie video where I'd be eating ice cream right before the gym. Because the grocery store is right next to the gym.
Well, I try to go to the gym on a semi-empty stomach, because nobody likes somebody who's farting or shitting their pants while they're, moving at the gym. Well, I am very tired, and I think maybe
that's because you don't relax enough. You need to just do what I do. That way you never get tired and you sleep whenever you need
to. Well, I don't know. Maybe I should take a shower. I don't know. I took a hot bath and a shower today already.
What do you think when people call humans like negative? Okay, so today at the class, the teacher was like saying humans are basically, what was the phrase he used? Stinky, stupid sheep, something like that. Stinky, sinless. Like, I didn't really like the way he portrays humans. Do you think humans are like that? Like that we're just these people that are hopeless and just, I don't know. I don't like that attitude.
Well, there's lots of ways to frame it, and lots of different.
I mean, what do you think of humans? Like, do you think humans are inherently good or inherently bad?
Oh, you should just read The Rights of Man. Do you know what the law is with regards to man?
I like to reflect and have my own thoughts rather than steal other people's thoughts.
Oh, you're stealing by taking information and talking about it? That's stealing?
Not stealing. I just like to contemplate on these thoughts on like my own.
Yeah, I know. That's what's called stupid.
Okay, but you have observations throughout your life. You have experiences throughout your life. It's not stupidity.
It is.
And I don't mind engaging in conversation to learn.
Well, I don't care what you do, stupid. I'm in the book club.
This is public. Anyways, do you believe humans are inherently good or inherently bad?
Listen, I don't know what to tell you, but I'm in a book club, and as I just told you, you may not like my responses because you want some type of natural response. But as I said, you should probably go read The Rights of Man and, join the book club because it's a lot more interesting than just, trying to come up with your genuine, authentic responses. I mean, yes, I can give you those very generic responses, but there's a lot out there. And, I mean, you're asking all the right questions, but you're also on my show. What's the point? So what's the point?
My niece did hit me while I had my glasses on, and that sucked. True. That is random. Since we're on your show.
I just like to ask people all the time now. What's the point?
I want ice cream.
What's the point? I didn't really have a good dinner tonight, which sucks.
Do you usually have good dinners?
I mean, I had 2 pieces of pizza tonight. That's about it. It's not very good.
And what did you have yesterday?
6 pieces.
6 pieces of?
6 pieces of pizza. I was like, I overdid it. I really only needed 4, but I pushed it. I was like, oh, you're going to
you had a bad dinner because you didn't have enough pizza. It wasn't the pizza itself.
Let me see if there's a restaurant. I really don't want to drive right now. I'm very tired. I just want to probably just go brush my teeth, go to bed.
Just make something. Do you have any groceries?
Nah, I could make scrambled eggs.
Yeah, scrambled eggs is good to eat at night. Put some cheese with it. Cook it with some olive oil. It'll be good. Cut up tomatoes and cucumbers and some other sides. I'm sure you'll eat it with a fork, but if you don't want to eat it with a fork, you can eat it with some bread to fill you up more. Apparently the cold makes your injuries worse. I didn't realize that.
I don't know. You know what the biggest secret in life is?
What?
You don't have to go very far to be happy.
Yeah, it's very easy. Just watch Young Sheldon and laugh.
Yeah, Young Sheldon's going to teach you everything you need to know.
Actually, I learned a little bit about the Bible from Young Sheldon.
Oh, Young Sheldon, the master. The master, Young Sheldon, the teacher.
The guy that he's playing is actually a gay guy that's married to a other gay guy, like the actor himself.
Best value.
I'm gonna play for you some young Sheldon quotes, and you tell me if it's not some of the gayest, dumbest shit you've ever heard.
Okay, let's hear it. I can just say them to you.
Can I sit with you?
I think Mommy needs to be alone right now.
All right.
I watched this episode.
Mom, I'm scared.
Why?
You didn't go to church. You stopped saying grace. I don't understand what's going on.
That's when
It's kind of hard to
the
explain.
neighbor's daughter died.
Is it me? Did I do something wrong?
Of course not. Come here.
Tell me,
It
Mommy.
ends funny, this episode.
I can't listen to it. Okay, wait.
Why? It's so funny. He basically gets her to start
Hi, Mom.
praising
What
God
did you do?
again.
Good news. I found out what part was making that noise.
You have to put this back together.
Now we're back to the bad news.
What made you think you could fix this?
I'm smart.
He took apart the
And I had a
refrigerator.
Do you still think you're smart?
Yes. Hello, Pete. My name is Sheldon Cooper, and I would like to know what changed in your white sandwich loaf to make it taste different.
Sheldon, hang up the phone. It's dinner time.
See right there, Mom. I'm doing battle with corporate America. I'm sorry, Pete. You were saying?
Any chance your bread was past the expiration date?
No, it was brand new, but I did a taste comparison after it was bought out by the Domestic Food Corporation, and they are definitely not the same.
Well, I can assure you that the recent acquisition by the Domestic Food Corporation has not affected the quality of our products in any way. Every single bread, baked good, and pastry is made with love, from our hearth to your home.
Then why does it taste different, Pete? Why?
Well, because now we make everything really cheap and fast. Bye.
You'll be amazed to know that the Nobel Prize, while being the most prestigious award in science, is not generally celebrated in this country.
What, Jason?
I've seen all these episodes.
Hey, come on, man. Like, do you know what the sayings of Buddha is? I don't think we're talking about that.
The sayings of young Sheldon.
Saying of what? Look.
John's little brother. His name is Sheldon.
Okay, are you talking about Buddha, like Buddhism?
No.
Oh, so when Buddha means what?
No, this is called the sayings of young Sheldon.
From Big Bang Theory?
Oh, see? He watches it.
Oh, yeah, I watched it. Wait, how is he called Buddha?
Are you gonna make eggs, John, or are you gonna go to a restaurant? What did you decide?
I'm just gonna go to sleep.
From my point of view, like, I was thinking, like, oh, Buddha, like, so Buddhism. But then you said Sheldon. Sheldon, yeah. Great man. Like, from my point of view, like, he was, like, you know what I mean? Like, he's very logical and autistic. But autism is not a bad thing. I'm a psychologist, so I could say it's a superpower. So, I'm sorry, I just joined now, so, like, how does Sheldon and Buddha connect?
You love the way I read 58, and you love the way I show up in church. You're fun. We ought to go out for drinks one night. I'll give you my number. All right. I'm around tomorrow if you're free. Sure. You should know something now. What kind of date your ex-husband? You waited till now to tell me?
Boss leaders. And then there's all the widest selection of paper apparel, t-shirts, ball caps, hoodies, you name it. Wearing Patriot.
Look at that. You mad old silverback. You mad old conspiracy theory silverback, you. Elon, you lay him back on X. You caused this, Musk. You caused this. Thank you, Rumble. Thank you, all of you revolutionary radicals. This is the only bit people are going to see. All that stuff about keep Alex Jones's nipples fresher than ever. If you tallow those nipples good, then Bill Gates can suck upon those teats like Romulus and Remus.
Bill Gates has millions of acres now of
Yeah,
land.
what's that with that farmland? Bill Gates wouldn't survive in nature. I say we release Bill Gates back into the wild and see how long he lasts.
Well, that'd be a great show, like 1,000 acres. Gated in the frame.
It's called Gated Community, and you just let Bill Gates be loose there, and he has to try and survive. Like, let's get everyone that
They'll be
went.
hunting with Nerf guns.
I mean, we've never. Hey, no. Hey, wait a
You know,
minute.
actually, we hit with pies.
Oh, no, wait a minute. In the Nerf guns, there's vaccines. And we go like, hey, Bill, there's another one. There's your 9th booster shot. Oh, no, they don't actually work. What did you just say?
For
Oh,
me,
no,
just-
let me have another one. Oh, there he is, Albert. Okay, I've been released into the wild right now, and I can tell you that climate change, wait a minute, climate change is real. No, wait a minute, it's not real. Now, my titty boobs are real enough.
I say, Romulus and Remus will found Rome sucking my titties.
What is Lucifer's defining attribute? Lucifer wants glory and power away from God. He is the
He wants to be God.
He wants to be God, and that seems grandiose and ridiculous till I think about me trying to be in charge of my own life, me trying to be in charge of my own schedule. Then I see that I am like Eve, fallen and disobedient. I am like Lucifer, that I want to be God and I want to be in control of my life. And one might even see it, Alex, as a neurological circuit, or like the luminosity of the map behind us, that those false circuits that are lit up as self prevent the holy flow of the living God. It's only when, like Moses or like Alex Jones in prayer, you collapse prone, face down, and give up your identity, that the Holy One can flow through you. If you're caught up in being Russell Brand or Alex Jones, or insert your name here, and that's all you should insert, don't insert anything else, not a finger, not a banana, nothing naughty, nothing cheeky. If you are worshipping yourself, then Satan has you. When you surrender to Christ, then you become his operative, his agent here. Of course we know the price of this. Alex Jones has long known it. It may cost you your life. You have to be willing up to the point that you will be sacrificed for what you believe in. And the reason that you've had the career that you have, and I know there's been hard points, I know that what you went through with Sandy Hook, I know that you've gone through these court cases, I know you've gone through people hating you and damning you and judging you, is because I think all of us know that if you have to die for this, you'll die for this. We can feel it. And that's the attribute.
Well, it's true. It's not about me, but the total commitment is what they fear, because they know I don't fear them because I'm committed to this. That's exactly right, Russell. They know because I don't care, just like you've been persecuted. It's passing point. It's like a V for Vendetta, where he puts her in the dungeon like he was. It goes through the same process. She just go ahead and kill me. He goes, now you're free.
Cool.
It's the point you say, I'm done. I don't care. I'm going to tell the truth no matter what. That's when you're free. And that's what they're scared of.
Yeah, that's right. And I suppose when you still want some of the spoils of the culture, when you want money or when you want to be able to sleep around, then they can control you through the defibrillation of pleasure, through little sensual shocks to the body. They can control you, a little stirring of pleasure, a little stirring of shame. But when you're in him, when you're in the Holy One, when you're in Christ, they don't control you no more. They can use all of their systems against you. They can turn the media and government agencies and institutions and cover deep private online investigations. They can manage information. They can control things for all of their deep state operations, but they cannot control the Holy One. They can only emulate through counterfeit, can't they, Alex?
You're here in Austin. Great to see you again in person. Only the second time. I feel like I'm your best buddies with you. I watch it the whole time. Been on your show, been on my show. Here you are for the next hour, 30 minutes or so, however long you want to stay. And I talk about plants aligning, though. We had this set up like a week or so ago, or a couple weeks ago. You come in on the Saturday, and then all hell broke loose yesterday. And now even Thomas Massey see the documents out of the congressional stuff, out of the DOJ inside baseball. The DOJ under pressure from Kash Patel and others, and Pam Bondi is holding off on this. People are giving Ed Martin the credit. He's like, don't give me the credit. But I can tell you, he officially been looking at this. They knew this a long time ago. We knew this. A Capitol Police officer with another group connected to Pelosi, who's actually CIA, that's confirmed.
Oh, you don't like this, Jason?
I don't understand the point. What are you trying to say?
Well, you're on my show. It's called What's the Point?
Okay, he said that you should not
Chapter
worship
1
yourself.
of the Dhammapada, translated by Max Muller. This is a Libre Voice recording. All the reports recordings
you know,
are in
Christianity
the
is
public
kind of like
domain.
going down.
For
It's the
more
most
information
fucking
or
religions.
to volunteer,
I gotta come
please
back here.
visit LibriVox.org. Recording by.
Did you not hear it? Did you not hear them on the TV saying that? Sharp and sarcastic. Dark.
Of God and man is the foremost and mightiest and most comprehensive of all. That from God have descended the germs of life, not to my Father only and Father's Father, but to all things that are born and grow upon the earth, and in a special manner to those endowed with.
This is what I like.
Hath given us a mind and act with a mind. Young Sheldon. What a stupid show.
Are you doing something?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm eating chocolate now.
Uh-oh.
Tao Te Ching can be translated as the book of
That gut's gonna start growing.
the imminence of the way,
I
close
already
to the
have a
ground,
weak stomach. I don't mind. It's from the drugs
Oh,
in the hospital.
in thinking.
gotta do some sit-ups.
Keep to the simple.
Or I just find somebody that loves me the way I am.
In conflict,
Good luck.
fair and generous.
Thank you.
In governing, don't try to control. In work, do what you enjoy. In family life, be completely present. When you are content to be simply yourself and don't compare or compete, everybody will respect you. 9. Fill your bowl to the brim, and it will spill. Keep sharpening your knife, and it will blunt. Chase after money and security, and your heart will never unclench. Care about people's approval, and you will be their prisoner. Do your work, then step back. The only path to serenity. 10. Can you coax your mind from its wandering and keep to the original oneness? Can you let your body become supple as a newborn child's? Can you cleanse your inner vision until you see nothing but the light? Can you love people and lead them without imposing your will? Can you deal with the most vital matters by letting events take their course? Can you step back from your own mind and thus understand all things? Giving birth and nourishing, having without possessing, acting with no expectations, leading and not trying to control. This is the supreme virtue. 11. We join spokes together in a wheel, but it is the center hole that makes the wagon move. We shape clay into a pot, but it is the emptiness inside that holds whatever we want. We hammer wood for a house, but it is the inner space that makes it livable. We work with being, but non-being is what we use. 12. Colors blind the eye. Sounds deafen the ear. Flavors numb the taste. Thoughts weaken the mind. Desires wither the heart. The master observes the world, but trusts his inner vision. He allows things to come and go. His heart is open as the sky. 13. Success is as dangerous as failure. Hope is as hollow as fear. What does it mean that success is as dangerous as failure? Whether you go up the ladder or down it, your position is shaky. When you stand with your 2 feet on the ground, you will always keep your balance. What does it mean that hope is as hollow as fear? Hope and fear are both phantoms that arise from thinking of the self. When we don't see the self as self, what do we have to fear? See the world as yourself. Have faith in the way things are. Love the world as yourself. Then you can care for all things. 14. Look, and it can't be seen. Listen, and it can't be heard. Reach, and it can't be grasped. Above, it isn't bright. Below, it isn't dark. Seamless, unnameable, it returns to the realm of nothing. Form that includes all forms. Image without an image. Subtle, beyond all conception. Approach it, and there is no beginning. Follow it, and there is no end. You can't know it, but you can be it, at ease in your own life. Just realize where you come from. This is the essence of wisdom. 15. The ancient masters were profound and subtle. Their wisdom was unfathomable. There is no way to describe it. All we can describe is their appearance. They were careful as someone crossing an iced-over stream, alert as a warrior in enemy territory, courteous as a guest, fluid as melting ice, shapeable as a block of wood, receptive as a valley, clear as a glass of water. Do you have the patience to wait till your mud settles and the water is clear? Can you remain unmoving till the right action arises by itself? The master doesn't seek fulfillment. Not seeking, not expecting. She is present and can welcome all things. 16. Empty your mind of all thoughts. Let your heart be at peace. Watch the turmoil of beings, but contemplate their return. Each separate being in the universe returns to the common source. Returning to the source is serenity. If you don't realize the source, you stumble in confusion and sorrow. When you realize where you come from, you naturally become tolerant, disinterested, amused, kind-hearted as a grandmother, dignified as a king. Immersed in the wonder of the Tao, you can deal with whatever life brings you. And when death comes, you are ready. 17. When the master governs, the people are hardly aware that he exists. Next best is a leader who is loved. Next, one who is feared. The worst is one who is despised. If you don't trust the people, you make them untrustworthy. The master doesn't talk, he acts. When his work is done, the people say, "Amazing, we did it, all by ourselves." 18. When the great Tao is forgotten, goodness and piety appear. When the body's intelligence declines, cleverness and knowledge step forth. When there is no peace in the family, filial piety begins. When the country falls into chaos, patriotism is born. 19. Throw away holiness and wisdom, and people will be 100 times happier. Throw away morality and justice, and people will do the right thing. Throw away industry and profit, and there won't be any thieves. If these three aren't enough, just stay at the center of the circle and let all things take their course. 20. Stop thinking and end your problems. What difference between yes and no? What difference between success and failure? Must you value what others value, avoid what others avoid? How ridiculous. Other people are excited, as though they were at a parade. I alone don't care. I alone am expressionless, like an infant before it can smile. Other people have what they need. I alone possess nothing. I alone drift about like someone without a home. I am like an idiot. My mind is so empty. Other people are bright. I alone am dark. Other people are sharp. I alone am dull. Other people have a purpose. I alone don't know. I drift like a wave on the ocean. I blow as aimless as the wind. I am different from ordinary people. I drink from the great mother's breasts. 21. The master keeps her mind always at one with the Tao. That is what gives her her radiance. The Tao is ungraspable. How can her mind be at one with it? Because she doesn't cling to ideas. The Tao is dark and unfathomable. How can it make her radiant? Because she lets it. Since before time and space were, the Tao is. It is beyond is and is not. How do I know this is true? I look inside myself and see. 22. If you want to become whole, let yourself be partial. If you want to become straight, let yourself be crooked. If you want to become full, let yourself be empty. If you want to be reborn, let yourself die. If you want to be given everything, give everything up. The Master, by residing in the Tao, sets an example for all beings. Because he doesn't display himself, people can see his light. Because he has nothing to prove, people can trust his words. Because he doesn't know who he is, people recognize themselves in him. Because he has no goal in mind, everything he does succeeds. When the ancient masters said, if you want to be given everything, give everything up, they weren't using empty phrases. Only in being lived by the Tao can you be truly yourself. (23) Express yourself completely, then keep quiet. Be like the forces of nature. When it blows, there is only wind. When it rains, there is only rain. When the clouds pass, the sun shines through. If you open yourself to the Tao, you are at one with the Tao, and you can embody it completely. If you open yourself to insight, you are at one with insight, and you can use it completely. If you open yourself to loss, you are at one with loss, and you can accept it completely. Open yourself to the Tao, then trust your natural responses, and everything will fall into place. 24. He who stands on tiptoe doesn't stand firm. He who rushes ahead doesn't go far. He who tries to shine dims his own light. He who defines himself can't know who he really is. He who has power over others can't empower himself. He who clings to his work will create nothing that endures. If you want to accord with the Tao, just do your job, then let go. 25. There was something formless and perfect before the universe was born. It is serene, empty, solitary, unchanging, infinite, eternally present. It is the mother of the universe. For lack of a better name, I call it the Tao. It flows through all things, inside and outside, and returns to the origin of all things. The Tao is great. The universe is great. Earth is great. Man is great. These are the four great powers. Man follows the earth. Earth follows the universe. The universe follows the Tao. The Tao follows only itself. 26. The heavy is the root of the light. The unmoved is the source of all movement. Thus the master travels all day without leaving home. However splendid the views, she stays serenely in herself. Why should the lord of the country flit about like a fool? If you let yourself be blown to and fro, you lose touch with your root. If you let restlessness move you, you lose touch with who you are. 27. A good traveler has no fixed plans and is not intent upon arriving. A good artist lets his intuition lead him wherever it wants. A good scientist has freed himself of concepts and keeps his mind open to what is. Thus the master is available to all people, and doesn't reject anyone. He is ready to use all situations and doesn't waste anything. This is called embodying the light. What is a good man but a bad man's teacher? What is a bad man but a good man's job? If you don't understand this, you will get lost, however intelligent you are. It is the great secret. "28. Know the male, yet keep to the female. Receive the world in your arms. If you receive the world, the Tao will never leave you, and you will be like a little child. Know the white, yet keep to the black. Be a pattern for the world. If you are a pattern for the world, the Tao will be strong inside you, and there will be nothing you can't do. Know the personal, yet keep to the impersonal. Accept the world as it is. If you accept the world, the Tao will be luminous inside you, and you will return to your primal self. The world is formed from the void, like utensils from a block of wood. The master knows the utensils, yet keeps to the block. Thus she can use all things. 29. Do you want to improve the world? I don't think it can be done. The world is sacred. It can't be improved. If you tamper with it, you'll ruin it. If you treat it like an object, you'll lose it. There's a time for being ahead, a time for being behind, a time for being in motion, a time for being at rest, a time for being vigorous, a time for being exhausted, a time for being safe, a time for being in danger. The master sees things as they are without trying to control them. She lets them go their own way and resides at the center of the circle. 30. Whoever relies on the Tao in governing men doesn't try to force issues or defeat enemies by force of arms. For every force, there is a counterforce. Violence, even well-intentioned, always rebounds upon oneself. The master does his job and then stops. He understands that the universe is forever out of control, and that trying to dominate events goes against the current of the Tao. Because he believes in himself, He doesn't try to convince others because he is content with himself. He doesn't need others' approval because he accepts himself. The whole world accepts him. 31. Weapons are the tools of violence. All decent men detest them. Weapons are the tools of fear. A decent man will avoid them, except in the direst necessity, and if compelled, will use them only with the utmost restraint. Peace is his highest value. If the peace has been shattered, how can he be content? His enemies are not demons, but human beings like himself. He doesn't wish them personal harm, nor does he rejoice in victory.
I have no shame. I will walk to like the tree line at least, back to Jesus. Yeah, beep at me. I'm fucking having a piss.
If they taking a shit though, that's another story.
I see a lot of
I've been out here on the road so damn long. I have absolutely no pain. I will whip my dick out. I don't give a damn.
Nah, you gotta watch that shit. You look at the charts, nigga. You gotta know where the school zones are.
Is this the DOT to have your bed made? Is that still a rule? I know they probably don't enforce it, but is that still a DOT rule?
I don't know. Nobody ever brought this up.
Why that guy got them tweezers?
What's doing that magnifying up? Is he starting a fire? No, only his pubes.
He gotta wipe his balls when he's done.
Damn right.
He said damn right. He pissed on your balls, nigga.
Yo, look. If you want to do like a fun car,
Wait,
like
someone's still in here? Let me look.
Hello.
All right, there we go. Ready to go.
We can run it when you want some more. My fault.
What are you guys playing? You guys playing chess again?
Yeah, I like to feel smart.
Man, that shit down, but this is done too.
I don't fuck with chess. It requires too much attention.
I'm not that good.
All right, that's because you're an idiot. Only people who don't play chess are morons.
That's fun.
I know how to play chess. I just don't find it enjoyable.
Yeah.
I fuck
Rather
with
I
play
smoke at chess.
You what at chess?
I smoke at it. I
It's just a
can't.
thing nobody says. It's a thing nobody says.
When I was a kid, my parents used to make me and my brother play chess all the time.
Smoke
No
crack,
white
smoke
chicks.
Play hack or play Samoa. Let's see how good you are. I bet you're dog shit.
No, me and
I
some.
bet you all chew some of that.
If Samoa beats you, you can't say nothing else about anything he says from here on out.
No.
Serious right now? But again, I've been said this years ago. Nobody listens, you know. They think I be lying, making up stuff, but I cannot make it up. I am a woman, okay? Obviously, I probably been through it. If you was one of us, you know, maybe you should ask.
Each and last, every one of you there.
Y'all niggas silly, man.
Who won the first? Who first?
Oh, we gotta get you some furniture.
Who won it first? All right, then, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, nigga, we gotta get
Shut
some
the fuck
furniture.
up, nigga. I don't give a fuck what you talking about.
Yeah, nigga, shit, we gotta get you some furniture.
Whoop that bitch, dog. Whoop that bitch, yeah. Roll up. I'm gonna go win on that shit, yeah.
Shit like that. That's their
Man,
generation.
Buzzball is new.
That's your generation.
That ain't my generation.
You had that. That's your racial.
That's your
That's
generation.
not my generation.
Wrong so bad.
That's like the
You fresh off
that's
the
like
bayou.
05 generation.
How could he rejoice in victory and delight in the slaughter of men? He enters a battle bravely, with sorrow, and with great compassion, as if he were attending a funeral.
We lost the next.
32.
But if the student has done their due diligence and they have everything, that's the paper that I'm probably going to
The
spend
Tao
10
can't
15
be
minutes
perceived.
on reading very closely.
Smaller than an electron.
So, read a paper, you're looking for these 5 areas, and you're looking at just like the basic structure, the paragraphs, the length, and then like, do you put it through some kind of plagiarism check?
Not so much. They have different software and stuff that you can use, but none of it is like 100% reliable. And the school is generally gonna err on the side of the student if you accuse them and can't prove it. So I don't go that hard about it. You can kind of generally tell based on comparing what they submit to like a handwritten essay that they may have written in class a couple weeks prior. That's one way that I can get some kind of indication whether they just ran this through ChatGPT or if they really, did some work on it. And I find that about now, you probably got about 30% of the students who are cheating, but because I don't have like an explicit language in my syllabus about AI, I haven't started like bonking them on the head about it yet. But for fall 26, like I'm redoing my syllabus now for fall 26, and then it'll be, if you turn in this paper, it's a 0. But I'll give you an opportunity to redo it because a lot of people, they don't know the difference between plagiarism and using AI to help. And then some people just need to get caught one good time, and then they'll do it on their own. But I'm not like trying to flunk nobody and just like ruin their chances in life.
What are the subjects that you cover?
Well, 2 subjects are going on right now because I try and mix it up so I'm not just reading the same kind of papers for all 4. So 2 of the classes are dealing with questions around technology, whether, we're in control of technology or technology is determining the lives that we lead. And then in another one, which is a little bit more geared toward African American students, they're writing about whether or not they think that, I guess you could say, a militant approach or like Martin Luther King's approach is better for the achievement of civil rights in the mid 20th century. If they think that the integrationist way through law and everything was the best way, or that blacks should have been more militant to get what they wanted.
Okay. Have you ever read your Rate My Professor thing?
Yeah, I've read it. It sounds about right. I don't think that anybody said anything like trash. Have you read it before?
I don't know. I just put something in here, but I don't know if it's you or not. So I'm just guessing it's you.
I mean, it's probably really.
You said you're a really chill professor. Take him. His class is very fun and engaging. You watch a lot of movies, and he doesn't make it difficult to pass the class with a good grade if you are willing to put in the work.
No, that's not me. I don't watch any movies.
Okay.
I mean, I think I've shown a movie once or twice, but it's probably at the end of the semester, and it's just like people turning in late work or makeup, and it's like the last week of class. And I'm like, if you finish the, revision, you can bring it in, and that day I'll like have some pizza and a movie if you just want to come in and drop off your paper. Or you can kind of hang out and watch a movie. But throughout the semester, the 16 weeks, no, I don't believe in that.
So is your professorship enough to is that your full-time gig where you can support your whole family on it, or do you have to have other side gigs to kind of really support
it pretty much is the bread and butter. I published a book that really didn't bring any kind of money to contribute to like the household finances or expenses. But teaching is the primary and pretty much the solitary only thing.
Wow, so you're doing well, man. I'm glad to know that it's enough to kind of support the family, and it seems like a pretty chill situation. You get your summer off.
Yeah, it's not bad, but I think like everybody, I would love to double my salary. You know what I mean? So, like, it'll double on its own in like maybe 10 or 12 years. But in the meantime, I think I'm just going to keep writing and see if I can get more exposure with my books. And, you know, eventually either they both contribute the same or I can just transition to just writing full time.
I just cracked a book and it says this book is dedicated to the schoolmasters
No, wait a minute, it's not real. Now, my kitty books are real enough, but I say Romulus and Remus will follow home sucking my titties.
Fitzgerald quote.
This is the defining attribute. Lucifer wants glory and power away from God. He is the center of the God. He wants to be.
Do not hide your face from me, for I would gladly meet my death to see it, since not to see it would be death indeed.
That's a guy famous Christian that was talking about God. The atheist quagmire, right? Only just shows your face.
Let me read that again. Yeah. Do not hide your face from me, for I would gladly meet my death to see it, since not to see it would be death indeed. So he's a famous Christian who was speaking to God when he said that quote. I believe, if I remember correctly, it's from the book Seeing of God by Professor.
Or it may be from Confessions, actually. Confessions, I think, is it.
Yeah, that's what it says, August in the Confession.
Yeah.
Well, I'm right. I know when I gave him good advice 4 or 5 years ago.
I was reading Confessions a long time ago when I came across that quote about this cold.
And now I'm talking to
But it also fits with the theme of the book because he's kind of being voyeuristic.
hopefully speaking
You know, around looking at this woman online. And so I said, you know, I'll use that quote just because it's thematically aligned with what I was writing.
And you want me to help you. And I'm literally giving you advice and telling you what to do. Maybe just follow the advice instead of coming up with another
non-fiction?
What was the advice? Just people were saying about
No, it's a work of fiction. It's entirely made up. None of it is true. None of it actually happened like that. It's not about me in disguise.
It's a character-driven debut that captures the loneliness of urban millennial life and the peril of becoming enamored with strangers solely through their social media personas.
But we're not talking about issues that matter concerning America. We're talking about we're talking Israel and Jewish shit all day.
As time is going on, I think more so is explaining why New York millennials voted for Ben Bernanke.
Anybody that just says shit about Jews or Israel, you're going to get tens of thousands of likes and shares.
A friend of mine that I knew in Brooklyn who wrote a book about basically predicting the demise of affirmative action as a nonfiction. She's like a scholar, and she wrote that book and it came out. And then like 4 or 5 or 6 years later, they really did get away with get rid of affirmative action. But we've always been cool friends, you know.
I was explaining to Alex why that is. And he was right on.
It talks about
the funniest thing is, like, you never heard Alex give an analysis until I'm the one there as the guest.
Okay, are we dealing with Black Planet and my spread? I'm about to say Black Space.
It's fucking great.
It's probably
What did you say and what did he say?
Social media thing called Black Space, which is a mix of MySpace and Black Planet.
Andrew Myers, a great American patriot.
Yeah, I mean, I remember I had a Black Planet page. I think I still have a password
go in.
I don't know how to log in.
Gently and delicately work your control because she will just, you know, kick you immediately. But you should try. I already went in there. I started
from my mind a year ago.
I don't care about this app. I got booted. She said, "You're dead to me."
So begins protagonist Agent Bellinger's obsession. A chance encounter with a strange woman ignites a pursuit that exposes the numb intimacy of the digital age and affecting the culture of online behavior.
You are correct.
The not quite here and now of Brooklyn, New York.
So there's one room you should go in, and you should gently and delicately work your
frustrated man,
even when it comes to
staggering, suggesting that thresholds of pathological behavior have shifted as technology changes our daily habits and behaviors. Fans,
Publisher came up with all that.
oh, it did, okay. For fans of Teju, Coles, Open City, and Michelle, the possibility of an island. Let me look at you introduces a promising new voice to the literary landscape. I guess they're referring to you. Man, if I could only tell you the compulsive, maniacal things that I did with the advent of technology and what I did to connect with not faceless people, but like these people on the other side of technology. I did the darndest things. That's all I can tell you. Coming up in the late 90s, I remember doing stuff like, you remember the thing called, what's it called? Party line? You can call on the party line, similar to what's going on here with Clubhouse.
Yeah, I used the party line back in the day.
I was the Iceman, bro. That was my name, Iceman. My little brother, what was his name on there? Anyways,
The one, national one, but it had one in every city.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it was the same one. For us, it was the LA Raven. You've got the LA Raven.
Oh my God, you're right. They had names. You're right.
The Butt Monkey, the LA Taco, the LA Raven, all of that.
Oh my gosh.
These are the chat rooms.
Now look where we're at. Clubhouse is a super version of that, man.
That's all it is.
Wow.
And we used to be on, I was in high school back then, but we'd be on that thing till like, I think there was the loop, and then the loop would close at like 10 o'clock at night, and everybody would get on the actual party line and stay on that until everybody fell asleep.
Damn, bro. I do remember that you click a button to go to the next room, but it would be on your dial pad. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you would and then you could do the private messages where you could leave a message and people
Yeah, I remember all of that. That's the same one.
The memories.
It was I think it still has like the website talkie.com or something like that. And it gives you the list of all the website or phone numbers for every city.
Oh my gosh, that took up so much of my time back then. But Clubhouse is the logical extension of that. Wow. But anyways, the things that I did, that's why now that I know what this book is about, is this taking on the female perspective or the male perspective?
It's definitely written from the male perspective. The narrator is a male. And you kind of get into his world, and he has a friend who is maybe a bit more charismatic than he is. And they both have their eyes on the same woman. And of course, at the beginning of the book, the woman is with the friend, and he's trying to find a way to negotiate, staying friends with his friend, but also pursuing this woman that he thinks he deserves. And his friend is kind of I guess today you would call him like a misogynist, and he's trying to, navigate that triumvirate.
Bro, can I tell you what I did in high school, man? There was the most beautiful girl. I mean, like model height. Like she wasn't no 5'2", she was 5'8", 5'9", long legged, beautiful. Like Rudy Huxtable, but just more beautiful. And I somehow got her phone number, bro. But I was like a pipsqueak. I could never get her attention, who I was and who she was. But I don't know how I got her number, bro. I called her up, and I completely created a persona, and she fell in love with him. And when it came time to meet him, I could never meet her. Oh, man, I created an entire person. Yeah, because I didn't have the balls to approach her in person. So I got to know her, and I basically, we fell in love. And I would go to class, and I would see her, and she didn't know I was the dude sitting right behind her. And I would look at her panty, color, and I'll go back on the phone that night, and I'm like, yo, I said, you was wearing pink today.
Wow.
It was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I can imagine.
I was obsessed.
Yo, I mean, I think, like, it was my first book, and I didn't really get into the marketing side of it because I don't really have a big online presence. But I think that, like, any millennial who reads it is going to find something in there that's like, yeah, man, I can identify with this, like, crazy for real. And it's not saying, like, women are wrong, men are wrong. It's not saying the internet is evil, it's making us dumb. It's not saying any of that. It's just talking about, like, how we got into that culture and what we did with it at that moment when we started getting these smartphones.
Let's read the first few paragraphs.
Oh, Lord.
All right, we got a little bit of one of my favorite people on here, Free Range. What's up, brother?
What's up, bro? How you been? Long time. How you been, man?
What's up, give us all as well.
What's going
on? It's been a long time, brother. So we're reading a book here. It's called Let Me Look at You. And it relates to the millennial experience of the advent of technology and social media in the probably late 90s, early 2000s. So just reading the first two paragraphs or so and see what we can make.
No, you can multitask. I'm going to be listening in. I'll just let you know, just in case I make a little response if you ask me something. Yes, sir.
All right, cool. So let me look at you. Here it is. Contessa became a fixture in my mind a year ago when I saw her board the train. She found a seat near me and started reading a book by Paul Laurence Dunbar. I could make out the title. As the train carried, I couldn't make out the title, excuse me. As the train carried us out of Brooklyn, I watched as she read from the middle of the book. At about 3 o'clock, she caught my glance and smiled. I wanted to walk over and say something to her, but in the next moment, she left the train. She looked back at me and said, "Bye, Adrian." She knew my name, and I didn't know hers. The thought both frightened and fascinated me. From that day forward, she became my obsession. Before then, my love life was uneventful. I had spent passionless hours in front of the television or seated at the dinner table with women whom I met through friends. But Contessa, a name I invented for her because of the noble way she entered the train and sat. You know what I mean? I lost my page. Sat directly across from me, bore the promise of endless fascination. She was the first woman who came to me as a stranger. Our eyes met accidentally. You say that he named her Contessa. Is that the narrator fictionalizing, like making up a name for her?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I should say now that I am not moved merely by the looks of a woman. I happen to know that beauty without intellect is an impressive ship lost in the fog. Unable to plot a course for itself, it cuts through the ocean at the discretion of the waves, never certain if it will see the harbor or stay plunged in darkness forever. The grandness of its construction rendered useless. So when I make initial contact with a woman, the first thing I take into account is not so much her face, but her expression. Is there any light there? Is there softness? Or has her light been extinguished, her visage resigned to dullness and moodiness? Contessa had a beautiful face, to be sure, but it was her countenance that subdued me. If that's my boy Protagonist, that who I think it is? I love this book so far. Hold on, I'm gonna keep going. Is that Protagonist for real, for real?
Yeah, that's the narrator of the book.
No, talking about Protagonist in the audience.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, I see. If that's the real protagonist, what's good, my brother? Is that you? Yes, sir. Oh, where the hell you been, man? We don't miss you. Well, I've been missing too. But how you been, man? Yeah, I've been good, man. Steady, wow. Just grinding, man. Getting to it. That's all. Good to hear your voice, man. And yeah, it's good to hear your voice too. We fought many battles side by side, man. It's like seeing an old buddy, an old war buddy, man. I see all the stars. I hear all the stars in your voice that this actor left you with, man. We survived, man. We did. Right now, I'm reading a very interesting book. It's a fiction about a young man coming of age during a time where social media is taking hold. And the author of this book is a close online friend. And it's an interesting read so far. It's about a man who a stranger becomes his obsession on a train ride. I'm just opening up this first few paragraphs, and maybe we can discuss it. If you want to just stick around for a second, it's pretty interesting. All right, so we only made eye contact. Okay. We only made eye contact twice. She looked up at me first. Although I said nothing to her, I knew that we had initiated a little game. We were starting a kind of dance where one has to stroke all the cravings of love from afar. If this little scrimmage is performed successfully, then the more aggressive forms of courtship can be slowly introduced. She walked onto that late afternoon train in Brooklyn and sat across from me wearing a turquoise loose-knit sweater that revealed her collarbone. She wore a pair of light blue jeans tucked snugly into round boots. A knit cap matching her sweater sat on her head, half revealing an unruly hairstyle. All of this was made more dramatic by her red lipstick, which gave her the look of a young girl trying to look more adult, mature, and slightly jaded. Her intelligence was radiant. She owned a set of high cheekbones infused with enough warmth to retain the softness of her features. Her outfit and makeup were far more remarkable. Jeans on a woman have a way of dampening my lust. But judging from the brief moment when I saw her saunter onto the train, I knew that she belonged in elegant robes. And she struck me as a descendant of the Egyptians, fully able to trace her lineage back to the 19th dynasty, propelled forward in time, yet sworn to secrecy in order to move about New York without causing a stir. Nevertheless, I was affected. That same day, when I got home, I looked online to read the horoscope for Virgo. I wanted to know if it said anything about finding a new love. It didn't. When horoscopes match reality, we say that the stars are truly powerful and hold a mystical control over human affairs. When they don't, we dismiss them as senseless. Of course, I could not be deterred so easily. I began plotting the next day's encounter. It was during that planning phase that I came up with the name Contessa. I estimated that it was about 20 minutes after 3 o'clock when she boarded a Manhattan-bound train at Atlantic. She made her escape from me at 14th. Where was she going? She had no excess bags, so she couldn't have been shopping
she was traveling alone. She didn't seem to be dressed for a job. Was she just visiting New York for that day? That would have been horrible. And I consoled myself from that thought as it was fall. She was probably a student. But how could I be certain? There was only one way to know for sure, and it involved taking the same train at the same time the very next day. I stopped there for commentary. I mean, man, homeboy is smitten by this woman, right?
Absolutely.
Wow. I really enjoyed reading that, if I could tell. Those are the words. He said sauntered. I've never used that word in my daily life ever. That was beautiful. That was a beautiful use of a word.
It's a saunter.
Man.
It's looking right.
So this is a work of fiction, huh?
Yeah, complete fiction. Does it
come from anybody in your life who might have shared anything like this?
Not on a one-to-one basis. I mean, the experience of riding the train in New York, you see beautiful women all the time. It doesn't necessarily rise to the level that you see in the book, but you know, you definitely catch glances with people. You see people, but it's not about any particular woman that I've ever dated or about my wife.
What I'm intrigued by is right now why I wanted to keep reading at this point is because I want to know how the hell she knew his name. That's what's keeping.
Well, that's supposed to be the draw, just narrative construction. I got to get you hooked on the first page.
Yeah, that's pulling me in because first off, why would he even have the thought that she was just visiting if she knew his name? You know what I'm saying? Why would he even have that thought?
Yeah.
He's just going through all of the possibilities.
Yeah, exactly.
Why are these people putting fire in the at the same time? When a new bore well is dug with a drilling machine, sometimes dangerous underground gases can be released. If flammable gases like methane are present, the flame will flare up. Conversely, if the fire goes...